How y'all doing? How you feeling? What's happening today on this beautiful Friday? Hope it's beautiful where y'all at. Yo. We coming with that part 2 of the 4-part series of the problems with with the anime and manga community in general, but specifically, especially with the YouTube anime and manga community. Now, I've already dealt with a part 1. Apparently a lot of folks enjoyed it. They know what's up. You know, I come with y'all, keep it 1,000. That one is episode 1 dealing with fanboyism and bias. That will be obviously linked in the description box below. Sorry, I have a few thoughts going on right now. This time, what I'm coming to y'all with, you see the thumbnail, maturity and depth, and it'll be dealing with the age gap. Okay, this video will be dealing with the age gap because this come to my attention that apparently we got a serious problem with the age of reviewers, with commenters, with just different people. And I'm not on this video, I'm not hating on anybody. Understand this. I'm talking about problems. And you will understand where I'm coming from by the end of this video. Let me start off by saying when this one really came to my attention. Because I was wondering for the longest, why is it that there's so much immaturity, so much disrespect, so much ignorance? And ignorance is simply lack of knowledge. That's what ignorance is. There's just so much, in some cases, just stupidity, illogical thought, irrational thought, just different stuff doesn't make any sense. It can't simply be fanboyism. No. Because you have, as I say, fanboyism doesn't necessitate, doesn't, evoke, doesn't produce this kind of retardation. And before you go, oh, he said retard. No, retardation means pretty much stunted learning, stunted growth, pretty much, where you're not progressing like you should. That's what retardation is. What's what it means to be retarded? It didn't mean to mean mentally disabled. Now, don't get it twisted. Do not get that twisted. For example, the example I use, if you've been playing basketball for 2 to 5 years and you can't make a basic jump shot, you can't make a basic layup, you can't do basic dribbling, there's a problem. There's a huge problem. You might need to reconsider playing the game, or you might need some serious tutelage. You understand what I'm saying? Serious direction, serious guidance. Because that's too... No. You should be able to make a basic layup. You should be able to do a basic crossover. You should be able to hit a 8-foot, 10-foot jumper. I'm not saying any, 15, 20 feet, anything like that, 30 feet crazy stuff like that. No, just a basic outside, right inside, outside the paint jumper kind of jazz. With this age gap, it came to my attention because I started doing really live streams, hangouts the last couple of weeks, right? And I found out a couple of these dudes is like 15, 13 years old. Yeah. So 15, 16-year-old. When you have people, as far as I know, Sawyer, 7H, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he said he was like 26 or something like that. You have dudes like myself. For those who know, I don't usually give my name, age. I'm early 20s. I won't say it for those who don't know me. I'm early 20s. You have dudes, a lot of dudes, going on 23, 24. You got dudes out here 15, 16. So you have relatively, and then worse. I'll get to that in a second. But you have, on average, about a 10-year age gap. That's massive. That's huge. And in some of the most important developmental years of human beings, especially males. Because we do have our female reviewers, but they are in the minority. Let's just be real. Let's call it like it is. And they don't get in the beefs. Let's call it like it is. In general. So, you have this 10-year age gap. And I tell people this. I've explained this on several occasions. We're talking about lack of knowledge. We're talking about not the prerequisite knowledge, prerequisite life experience, prerequisite maturity, prerequisite wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that reviewers, Manga Me or King of Lightning or or Sawyer 7 Mage, for example, maybe a Uber Hikari, myself, maybe a Firefish Drake, whoever. we might say certain things, and unless you own that level, unless you've experienced, unless you done gone through some of these waters, some of these tests by fire, some of these trials by fire, some of this baptism, you're not gonna catch it. Unless you know, sometimes the themes and the psychological concepts, the philosophical concepts that mangaka, the authors of the manga present, people miss. In anime, I'll give a beautiful thing about Kill la Kill. Some people are turned off because they're looking so shallow. Oh, the nudity. Oh, they're just the fights. They're not looking at the art of war. They're not looking at the character growth, character development of Akira and Sasuke. They're not looking at the true twisted nature, the nature of evil within Kiryu and Ragyo. They're not looking at the psychological, at times, not completely fragile state, but the neurotic state of Matoi Ryuko. They're not looking at the depth of character that is, I mean, the entirety of the character that is Makan Shoko Mako. I mean, she's hilarious, but I mean, she's the voice of reason for Ryuko. She is the, you know, she's powerful in of herself. Like, she embodies, I consider the greatest side character of all time. Then you have someone like Harime Nui, and then we have you know, I can go on and on. Then you have One Piece. Oh, Luffy's stupid. Luffy's not stupid. He's one of the deepest philosophical characters in the series. You understand? He's not idiotic. A lot of times he just doesn't care. Yes, he's naive in a lot of ways, but he started off the series at 17. He's 19 post time skip. He's learning how to be a man as well as being a captain. That's what mainly, you know, Zoro, but also Sanji are there for to help teach him, help guide him on what it means to be a man, what it means to be a captain, what it means to be a pirate. You understand what I'm saying? So, although he's a static character, he's growing along the way. He's journeying, and he grows pieces here. I one time gave a list to a dude of like 20 different instances where you see Luffy's characterization and character development. I gave the famous instance on Alabasta when it's him Luffy versus Vivi, and Luffy, you know, he punches, he's like, yo, it's gonna be clear that, you know, war, people die. That's just what it is. We ain't pulling out no Naruto. No, war, people die, and, you know, my job is to kick Crocodile's ass. Kick Sir Crocodile's ass. He's not the main cause, but he's one of the main originating problems of this war. If he isn't dealt with, then always null and void. And then we see even what happened with Vivi trying to cry. She couldn't stop it. Luffy was right. And then I could go on and on. But the thing is about it, man, the maturity, life experience, and I gotta say this, I told you, even younger. And I don't care, shots fired at Double Four, I will already come out and say this. How do you start off at 13 years old trying to be a reviewer? You don't have the prerequisites to be no reviewer. Just because you have a camera, just because you have a webcam, doesn't make you a reviewer. Doesn't even make any of what you say valid. Now, I'm not hating on a 13-year-old. I remember when I was 13, I couldn't get on here and give y'all the content that y'all need. Come on, man. Are we serious right now? Are we dead honest with ourselves? How do we let this foolishness get away with? We give these folks souls like it's water and candy when it's not even good content. We give these short attention span people, these these people who will sometimes cater to your audience. And it's not just Double Four. I just think, and I'll deal with another video coming up because, oh man, the video after this, oh lord. I think he's the originator of the problem, but he's not obviously not the only source of the problem. People can give me hate if they want to, but come on, y'all know if you know my channel, you know I just keep it 1000. I don't sugarcoat BS, okay? I don't BS y'all. I just tell it like it is. I just keep it real. And this is what's going on out here. You got people out here who too young and being treated as role models, as idolized. People fanboying, become armies behind these dudes. Are you serious? Are we serious right now? Speaking of Double Four, a comment he made in response to what Faneva did the video that Faneva dropped about the whole Naruto and, you know, liking it is blah blah blah, which I'll deal with more for. Just read his comment. And does that sound like somebody you want to follow? I'm just saying though. Now, look, why I'm saying this, because I've said some stupid things in the past. I've said some stupid things online at times. Got emotions involved in blah 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 blah. You shouldn't have to take it down to such a personal level, but that's the kind of stuff they go. oh, well, I don't know why people, people should be able to like what they like. Ain't nobody got a problem with you liking what you like. Because if they do, you don't even have to pay attention to that foolishness. Now, I do because I like to use logic to, refute BS. Because they usually attach my name to some nonsense. Like, for example, somehow my name got around in the community. Yo, back when this was around, I only had like 186 subscribers. Right now, I'm breaking the 200 mark. Thank you to all my subscribers out there. Thank you to people who watch my videos. Mad respect to all y'all. Mad love. At the same time, apparently I got a name around the community that I'm a hater of Naruto. How do I hate Naruto? You see how many videos I've dealt with Naruto? Obviously, I don't hate Naruto. I cleared this up before, and I'll clear it up time and time again. I'm not a hater of Naruto. I enjoy the concepts. Not all of them, but a lot of the concepts that Kishimoto presents. I enjoy, I can't say the things, but the world that Kishimoto's built. Gaara, Rock Lee, and Uchiha Madara are the only characters that I like in Naruto. I would like Sasuke and Orochimaru, but that's a few different reasons. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I constantly am highly critical of Kishimoto's bad writing, his poor execution. It's that simple. We should have standards, and this is gonna once again highlight, going more to. I'll deal with that more in depth about quality in my next video in part 3. Okay, entertainment versus quality. It just makes no damn. It makes no damn sense. It makes no sense to me how we're letting these young bloods come in the game and act all hard. They're way too emotional. They'll spew out some stuff. Hangouts and live streams. All you have to do is watch hangouts and live streams. All you have to do is be a part of it. And I'm cool with people. But sometimes I think it's funny and they're right on. But you have beef starting why? Not by people who are older generally. Things happen. You have fallouts, you have differences in views. We get that. But people who still do generally respect. Generally, it gets dicey. We're not talking about governments and nonsense like that. But generally, there's at least an air of respect. Not with these young bloods. And it's not like old versus young. No, it's maturity versus immaturity. Because there's some dudes 17 years old and whatnot, 16, who, I remember, I was more mature than my peers, and some of them show it. But at the same time, you do have some immaturity amongst the older ones, but you don't generally see it because we're in the minority. I guarantee you that us 21 or 22 and up is in the minority. You feel me? 20 and up in the minority. Let's just be real. I'm saying minority out of all the people who do these videos, in the minority. Now, we might be the most listened to. Why is that? Why do certain people get the most, even if they don't have the subs? Why do certain people, like dudes, respect me? It's not a bragging, that's just what it is. Why? Because logic, reason, facts, and evidence is my creed. Logic, reason, facts, and evidence. I will continue to repeat that. Logic, reason, facts, and evidence until it gets into people's heads. Logic, reason, facts, and evidence. I will pull Mjolnir. Okay, Mjolnir, Thor's hammer on some people's heads, knock some sense into them. That's what sometimes I want to go Incredible Hulk on some fools. This may even come across as a rant. It shouldn't be that. But you see the emotion, the passion for this junk. Because I'm so sick of it. I deal with it on daily. Not so much in my comments anymore. But where I had, other people's comments. I read, comment section of other reviews videos. I'm subscribed to like 15, 20 of them. And before it was like about 10 or so. You feel what I'm saying? And some of the things that were said were ridiculous. They were absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've already dealt with fanboys and when I thought about certain things with reviewers and whatnot, right? It's like, people be coming on here, oh, you have no right to talk about, Naruto or Fairy Tail or any of this, because all you do is negative. No, they don't. Just watch their videos. All you do is praise One Piece. Not really. The people don't, that's, And so what if all he does is praise One Piece? Let me give a beautiful example. Sunpatch 94. I call her the happy reviewer. She's an excellent reviewer. Go check her out. As most doesn't mean I don't care. She deserves what she gets. and she just pretty much talks, she brings in this happy, and it's a positive vibe. If that's your thing, and you talk about what you like in the chapter, that's fine. But here's the thing about what she does. Like, she keeps it real though. You feel me? It's not fanboy. You don't get a sense you don't get no sniff of fanboyism about her. You feel me? She'll say some certain things that she might dislike. She pretty much talks about what she likes, but she might say some that were not appealing to her, about certain things, aspects, what it is and what it ain't. I mean, then you'll have people like Phone, who talks majority about things he didn't like, which you need that too. You need that balance because he keeps it real. Do I always agree? No, I generally do it, and he's hilarious. He but he does talk about what he likes too. You have people in the middle. You have people like me who sometimes are non-fans. You need sometimes a non-fan perspective on things. As well as addicted, an addict or whatever. But I keep it real. I'm gonna call out BS like I've said before. I called out the Sabo BS. You feel me? Like, if you think, I only read and watch high quality series. I will continue to say this. You understand? I wish people would do so. Whether you like a series or not, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. Like I said before, the issue is how you approach things. Your mindset, your ideology, your mentality to the situation at hand. You understand what I'm saying? We got too many immature people out here, and then people taking up arms for them, which is why wars here, which I predicted, prophesied about, and which I'll talk more about in video I'll upload after this one. This is pretty much all I got to say. Yo, man, people got to take a look at what's going on. Too many reviews, too much nonsense going on out here. And people are okay. Oh, it'll just work its way out. Nothing, when it comes to humanity, nature in of itself doesn't change jack. We shape it more or less. It's like the whole thing of social evolution is kind of Dr. Martin Luther King had to deal with that foolishness in a letter to Birmingham jail. Oh, the letter from Birmingham jail. He dealt with this whole thing of, it takes time for change. And no, dog, no. Some things, yes. But no, dog, nah, man. Come on, man. No, sorry, I can't accept that, no. It takes time for change. Yeah, things will get worse. That's what'll happen if people don't, I agree with people saying, be the change you need to be, point out some guidance stuff, create the change. But it doesn't work like that. It needs a collective effort. We're talking about a community. Individuals can't do it by themselves, man. One-man armies ain't good enough. That's why Monkey D. Dragon can't do it by himself. Another One Piece rep. Just think about that. That's why Monkey D. Luffy's so dangerous. What did Dracula Hawkeye's Mihawk say? He said he has the most dangerous ability. The ability to turn both friends and former foes into allies of his. Because you get allies, you start a movement. And movements make progress. Now, movement doesn't have to start off large. I mean, if you want to look at the history, Christianity, you want to look at Christ followers, there was 150 disciples, more or less, that started off. And then there was a persecution. 300 years later, more or less, or just about circa 300 years later, the Roman Empire, which had massively, uberly persecuted Christians, Christ followers, people of what was called the Way back in the day, it became the accepted state religion. Call it what you will, but this is facts. Like, movements need to happen, but you gotta band together. You can't just do it a bunch of lone wolves. You feel me? Look at even with Goku, arguably the most powerful dude on the planet, still needed help for people. You just can't do it by yourself. It's just how it is. I mean, your Naruto fans should understand this concept because that's what Kishimoto presents, is it not? Your fairy tale fans should be able to understand the concept. I mean, come on, people, come on. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the subject at hand. And like I said, part 3 and 4 to come. Oh man. Yeah, it's just getting started, and If more shots get fired, more shots get fired. I don't care. I'm taking names. I'm just calling it out like it is, man. We gotta clean this bull. We gotta clean this bull up, man. This is no. This is unacceptable. It should have been cleaned up, but nobody wanted to clean up. Nobody wanted to get their hands dirty. Everybody wanted to try to play Pontius Pilate and wash their hands clean of blood. You know, it ain't on me, dog. I ain't doing it. You know, everything's fine. Everything will continue to be as it. No, that's not how it works. Everything doesn't just continue how it is. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night.